My name is Brian French, and this is Changing the Dialogue. In a letter we find in the New Testament of the Bible, we read that every good and perfect gift comes down from the Father of lights, James 1:17 through 18. Why does James call the Creator the Father of lights? The Apostle John refers to the Creator in different ways. God is love. God is spirit. We also see throughout the Old Testament different descriptions of the Creator, beginning with the word El and finishing with what we call His attributes. I've been considering why we have all these different ways men have wrote down how they have understood the Creator. As I was meditating on this latest look into why James uses this reference, it has struck me that we have always used words from our own vocabulary to describe what we understand about the Father of lights. I know what we have been taught concerning divine inspiration of these letters, but are we not inspired the same today as these men throughout the past? When we read the references in the Old Testament, these names are reference to what the Lord has done or is doing to bring about the restoration of His creation. So considering the ancient Hebrew definition of the word name helps me understand why we have only seen in part, as Paul said. We have only seen part of the Father, not the whole of His being. He spoke to us in part because mankind would not accept Him in whole. When He reached out to mankind through Abraham, it was the beginning of the plan to restore the whole of creation within the scope of mankind. The Tetragrammaton, YHWH, Yahweh, Jehovah, however you will pronounce how the Father gave to Moses the description of His whole being to share with the Israelites when they asked Moses, "Who has sent you?" In our English language, we translate these four consonants as I am or I exist. When you consider the gravity of this statement concerning existence and what that means is very hard for our minds to grasp in our current finite state of being. From that time until now, no matter if it is the Hebrews or Gentiles, we seem to have a hard time accepting existence as it comes from the Creator. Mankind is only related to what benefits his finite existence, and when that was no longer part of the equation, we simply moved on to another concept that we believe will strengthen our position. A sustainable, infinite reality must be captured on our own terms and delivered into a tangible concept by our own strength. Whether it is James, John, Peter, or Paul, or anyone who writes a letter or book concerning the coming of the Anointed One called Jesus, we all use language that best fits how we understand the one who exists. Within the framework that is Jesus, who is the way, the truth, and the life, that I exist has always intended for mankind to be. Whether we call Him the Father of lights or love, Spirit, Shaddai, what matters is how we understand the good and perfect gift that has come to us, which is, I believe, the point James was making in his letter. Jesus came into the world to show mankind the way to the truth that brings life. The life, as John said, is the light of men. We were made in the image and likeness of the Father of lights, and we were given the whole manner by which to exist as our Father in heaven is existence. I would encourage you to seek out the whole of existence in mind, intellect, and reason, breath, character and conduct, and body, our physical being made into incorruption. As Jesus Himself said one day while talking with thousands of people on the side of a mount, "You therefore must be perfect, complete, whole, even as your Father in heaven is perfect, complete, or whole. That is Matthew 5:48. Remember, give love, give life, give Jesus. I am Brian French, and this is Changing the Dialogue.